Hello, pretty people. Welcome to Simply Delish Duo. Guys, today we are going to show you how to make our delicious, mas delicious lentil soup. Now, this soup is perfect if you are a vegetarian or vegan, and if you're not and you're just looking for a meatless option for the evening, this is a perfect soup for you. It's got lentils, high in fiber, high in iron and protein. So hearty, so healthy, so delicious.
You will love it. I'm warming up my hands at the same time. Actually, that's why I have my hands wrapped around it.
So if you're new to our channel, check out our other videos and don't forget to subscribe. All right, let's start off with the list of the ingredients that we will be using to make our lentil soup. First of all, 2 cups of dried lentils. I've just washed it. I rinsed it out and made sure to take anything out, some grains.
Yeah, there's grains and sometimes you'll find a stone in there actually.
Yeah, so our dried lentils have been washed. 2 celery stalks that have been chopped. 1 large onion. 2 chopped carrots. We've got vegetable stock or vegetable broth. Tomatoes. Now we're using our parents' tomatoes here. They're canned tomatoes.
Yeah.
Go ahead and use store-bought tomatoes, diced. You can even use whole tomatoes or fresh tomatoes as long as you have tomatoes. So
we just had, Ma had a whole bunch of tomatoes because, you know, we make our tomato sauce every year, so we're using homemade today.
yes, and it's not sauce, it's diced up.
Yeah.
So yeah, so you'll have some chunks of tomatoes, but like I said, use store-bought and a can of tomatoes. Some black pepper, a pinch or two of salt, it's preference, some extra virgin olive oil, and 2 garlic cloves that we've minced. And I think we've done it all, right?
And the bay leaf. We need the bay leaf.
Oh, I missed the bay leaf. We need a bay leaf. So this is what we will need. So now we're going to go to the stove top and let's start cooking. We're going to start off with a base. So with the base, we're going to be sauteing or cooking our vegetables first for a couple minutes. So our onions, our celery, and our carrots. And then the lentils go in a little later. But we'll get to that once we start cooking. All right, so I've got the pot here. It's nice and hot. So now we'll add in about a 1/4 cup of your olive oil. Let me just put that lid back on while it heats up a little more. And this is where we add in, yeah, it should be hot enough, our vegetables. So, oh yeah, it's nice and hot. Our carrots, celery, onion.
Actually, can you put that bowl right here? Do you mind?
Not at all. Let me have that spoon. We want to get every last morsel out.
We don't waste.
And give it a stir. We can add in our salt. I'll give 2 pinches of salt. And if you need more, go ahead, add more.
It's just preference.
I like to taste as I cook. Let's add in that bay leaf, black pepper, give it another mix. I hope you can hear me because it's sizzling quite. Let me turn it down a bit so you can hear me. Give it a mix, and we can go ahead and add our garlic in. There.
So we're going to let this cook down a bit here.
Yeah, so let's cook it down. Do you want to turn the cooker off there? We'll cook it down for about 2 minutes and we'll be back to show you the next step. All right, it's been a few minutes and the vegetables have cooked down a bit. So now it's time for our next step. Next step is we're going to add in our tomatoes. Get out of there. So you'll see they're whole tomatoes, which will cook down as it cooks. And I forgot to mention, we'll also need water. So you'll need your vegetable stock and additional water to cook those lentils in.
Let me add some water in there.
Sure. So you get that water. I'll give it another mix here. And now it's time to add in our vegetable stock. And it looks like there might be a lot of liquid. We want that because, like I said, the lentils will absorb a lot of that water once it starts cooking. So that is that.
I love this soup. It's such a nice hearty soup.
It is.
Ma would often make this, and coming home from school, you're famished, right? So you couldn't wait to have your lentil soup.
No, and what I like about this dish also is, in total, I think it costs, what, $5 to make?
Yeah, very inexpensive.
Inexpensive. So really, guys, it's great if you're on a tight budget.
And it feeds a whole family.
And it feeds a whole family.
$5.
For, yeah, under $5. Cheaper than specialty coffee. So get all those lentils in there. And we turned the heat down just a little bit so you could hear us. I'm going to turn it up again to about a medium heat. And we're going to let this cook for about 35 minutes or so until the lentils are soft and tender.
Now I'm going to grab the lid.
Yes, and put a lid on it and just let it simmer. Do your thing. Go vacuum. Go watch an episode of your favorite show just while it cooks.
And stir it every so often.
So that's it. So yeah, so we'll just keep an eye on it and we'll show you the end result. All right, we're about more than halfway through. It's about the 30-minute mark. And can you guys see this deliciousness? Doesn't that look good? I gave it a quick taste and the lentils aren't done yet, so maybe another 10 minutes or so. So what I'll do is I'll add some water to it. Just because I think it'll need a little more water. Give it a stir and we'll put that lid back on and we'll check it in 10 minutes. Give it another taste to see if the lentils are cooked. So our lentil soup is done and the house smells fantastic. And this is such a hearty soup and it's so filling, you guys.
It's super healthy.
And it's super healthy too.
So I'm going to dig right in as
Dig
usual.
right in. Let me know what you think.
Well, I got 2 spoons out for us.
If we need more salt. Also, what I like about this soup and what we do often is we make them in big batches. Like we'll double this recipe because it freezes well too on those nights where you don't feel like cooking, you're lazy, or when it's cold outside. This is a perfect dish for winter, any time of the year, but especially winter. It's a
great comfort food, actually.
It is a perfect
try.
comfort food. Yeah, I want to try
right
too. I'll just dig from here.
Oh my, love it.
Is it good? Enough salt?
Yeah, perfect.
Let me, it's still too hot for me to try.
So good. No, seasoning's perfect. Yeah.
Good to go. So I think I'm ready to eat. How about you?
Oh yeah, I'm all ready to go.
And it goes nicely with a nice piece of crusty bread. I like to dunk it in. Oh, it's so good.
Yeah.
So we hope you like our recipe for lentil soup. Thank you for watching. Simply Delish Duo.